Hi guys, welcome to class. My name is Liz. It's lovely to virtually meet you all. This is a mixed level class, so I will give different variations and modifications throughout the class to help suit you at whatever level you're at, level 1, level 2. But yeah, let's just get going. Let's move on the mat. It's really cold here, so I'm looking forward to heating up. And yeah, let's just get going. Here we go. So when you're ready, start standing at the back of your mat for me. So standing at the back, and our feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms are down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, your collarbones are wide. Allow yourselves just to close your eyes here for a moment to take a nice big inhale. Exhale, just allow those shoulders to fall away from the ears, collarbones feeling nice and wide. Inhale again. Exhale as you feel as though you're creating more length up along the back of the neck as the arms feel really nice and heavy. Inhale again. Now exhale, this time, can we go for a roll down? Slowly start to drop those hands down towards the floor, relaxing the back of the neck, allowing the head to feel heavy as you go all the way down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, pushing up through those toes. Start to restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, dropping all the way down. Now, have you noticed, has the weight started to fall back behind you? Is your bum going back? Can you bring the weight ever so slightly forwards into the balls of your feet as you go down? Inhale at the bottom, exhale, start to pick yourselves up and push your pubic bone forwards as you lift so you can really feel each bone restack on top of each other. Inhale at the top. Exhale, dropping all the way back down, and this time we're just going to go down. We're going to hold it down there. Relaxing the back of the neck, head feeling heavy. I want you just to slowly nod your head yes. Okay, so you're tucking the chin towards the chest and you're releasing. And then nod your head no. Just to release the back of the neck. And then just come back to center now. Relax the head, drop the shoulders just a little bit more. And from here, bend into your right leg as your left leg straightens. And you're going to feel this deep, intense stretch into that left hand side, hopefully. From here, bend into the left leg as the right leg straightens and dropping the chest down just a little bit more. Bending into your right leg straightens. And then bend into your left leg, right leg straightens. Now from here, bend into your right leg, your left leg is going to stay straight and you're going to hold it here. Can you bring your right hand to the outside of your left shin, knee, ankle, wherever your flexibility is at today. From here, send your left arm up towards the ceiling, looking up with your eye line. Inhale there. Exhale, dropping all the way down, bend into your left leg as your right leg is straight and bring your left hand to the outside of that right shin, knee, ankle and bring the right arm up towards the ceiling, looking up with your eye line. Inhale, up there. Exhale, drop both those hands down. Can you lengthen into both your legs? Placing your hands onto your shin bones. On your exhale, bend into those knees as you drop the chest down and onto the fronts of your thighs. Now inhale, lift up. Can you broaden your collarbones as you look forwards to the front of the mat? Exhale, dropping down, dropping the chest down and onto the fronts of the thighs. And inhale, lifting up, broadening those collarbones wide. Now 2 long legs. Exhale, just drop the hands back down and onto the floor. Take an inhale down there. Exhale, start to pick yourselves back up again, pushing up through those toes. Really push the pubic bone forwards, lifting all the way back up, restacking head on top of spine. We're going to interlace the fingers. You're going to bring the hands behind your head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, just push the head back against the arms and drop the shoulders away from those ears ever so slightly. Now, have you noticed, has your rib cage started to flare? Can you slide those ribs down towards your hip bones ever so slightly? From here, we're going to inhale, looking over towards the right hand side. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, look over towards the left. Now, make sure your pelvis is staying steady. It's not moving with you. Exhale, come back to center. One more either side. Inhale, looking to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, looking towards the left. Exhale, back to center. Keeping those hands behind the head, drop those shoulders again. You're going to imagine that you're going to sit into this chair behind you as you bend into those knees. Exhale, pushing up through those heels, restack. Again, dropping down, bending into your knees as you drop. Exhale, pushing up through those heels, standing back up again. And one more, bending into those knees, dropping down. Exhale, pushing up through those heels. Take the hands out from behind the head and hopefully that chest feels a little bit more open. When you're ready, let's send those arms forward as you bend into those knees again. Exhale, push up through those heels. Dropping down, my collarbones are wide. Exhale, lift up, and one more time. Exhale, lifting up. Okay, from here, let's heat up just a little bit more. This time, drop down into that squat position, hold. More space across the chest. You're going to hinge forwards, and we're going to walk out into a lovely long plank position. Puffing that chest away from the floor, feel as though you're pulling the mat apart with both your hands. Now from here, send your bum up towards the ceiling as you drop your heels towards the floor, and there's that gorgeous stretch into the back line of the body that we all need. Come all the way forwards then again. Now puff the chest away from the floor. And from here, let's walk all the way back into that squatting position. Pausing in the squat. Now hold, sink a little lower, lower, and then exhale, lift all the way back up. Dropping down into that squat position again. Hinge from the hips, walking all the way out and into your plank. Puffing the chest away from the floor, push those heels back. Then sending your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels to the floor. Coming all the way forwards, back into your plank, pull that mat apart. Walking all the way back again, you're pausing in that squat, sink lower, lower. Exhale, push all the way up 2 more times. Dropping down, hinging forwards, walking all the way out and into your plank, puffing the chest away. Sending your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels down. All the way forwards, back into your long plank. Walking all the way back into that squat, sink lower and lift up. Final time, I promise, that's it. Down into that squat. Hinge forwards, walking all the way out into your plank, puffing the chest away. Sending your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels to the floor. Coming all the way forwards. And then coming all the way back. Now pause in that squat. Sink lower for me, lower. Now make sure you're not just allowing your abdominals to collapse here. Draw that belly button back towards the spine slightly because we're going to work these back muscles. Collarbones a little wider. From here, lift that right arm up in line with the right ear. Drop it down. Lift the left arm up in line with the left ear. Drop it down. Right arm lifts, sink lower. Left arm lifts, lower. Drop down more, broaden the collarbones wide. Lift up both those arms. Drop them down. Lift them up. Drop them down. And just one more. And lower, exhale, come all the way up. Amazing. Okay, we deserve a stretch. Slowly roll all the way down. And when you're ready, walk out. Promise I won't make you plank as you drop the knees to the floor. My wrists are ever so slightly in front of my shoulders. My knees are stacked directly under my hips, hopefully. Curl those toes underneath you now. And again, puff that chest away from the floor slightly and really pull the mat apart with both those arms. When you're ready, on your exhale, start to curl that pubic bone towards your nose as you send your belly button up towards the ceiling. Now imagine I have a string attached to your belly button, drop it down towards the floor, lift the eye line up, your collarbones are wide. Exhale, curling into a ball, sending the belly button up towards the ceiling here as you round through the spine. Slowly then dropping the belly button down, lift the eye line up, pulling the mat apart. And one more here, exhale, rounding through the spine. Dropping the belly button down, lift the eye line up, pulling the mat apart. Now holding here. From here, send your bum back towards your heels. And you're going to get this gorgeous stretch into the soles of your feet. Well, some of you mightn't find it too gorgeous. And now round through the spine, curl into a ball, come all the way back. Drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, pull the mat apart, and send your bum back towards your heels. Rounding through the spine, curling into a ball all the way back. One more. Belly button down, eye line lift, send your bum back towards your heels. Rounding through the spine, come all the way back. Uncurl those toes now so your feet are flat on the floor. And again, feel as though you're puffing the chest away. You're pulling the mat apart, a little bit of balance work here. Lengthen your left leg back. Now don't send that leg really high. Imagine like 2 light bulbs where your hip bones are. Those 2 lights are going to be parallel down to the floor, okay? Send your right arm out in front of you. From here, bend your right elbow towards your left knee. You're curling and then lengthen away. Elbow to knee and lengthen. If you can drop the eye line, amazing. So we're going to work that balance just a little bit more. Going for 4, for 3, for 2, one more, and then dropping all the way back down. Even that weight out between your hands and your knees. And from here, send the left arm out, right leg back. Elbow to knee and lengthen. Elbow to knee and lengthen. We're going for 4, for 3, for 2, one more, and then all the way back. Drop those hands back down onto the floor, hands shoulder width apart. Now from here, send your knees ever so slightly, just slightly behind your hip bones. Now from here, allow your pelvis to fall forwards as you lift up your chest, your collarbones are wide. So essentially, I'm in a ski slope position here. Lift up your shin bones, cross those legs over, and make sure you're not just collapsing into your back, okay? Draw the belly button back towards the spine slightly. Again, pull that mat apart, and now keep your elbows so tight to the side of your body as you drop the chest down. Now exhale, push into the mat. Dropping the chest down. I'm not too worried about how low you go here. I want you to keep those elbows so tight. Slow the movement down. Slow it down. Dropping down, elbows tight. Exhale, lift. 2 more, dropping down, elbows tight. Exhale, lift, and 1 more, dropping down. Exhale, lift, uncurl those legs, and send your bum back towards your heels so you get this gorgeous stretch. Coming all the way back forwards then, ever so slightly. Let's take the weight out of our wrists for a moment. Okay, so my knees, they're going to be shoulder width apart, so just place a fist between your knees, and that's as wide as you're going to go with them. From here, send your arms in front of you that your palms are facing in towards each other. Can you broaden your collarbones a little bit wider? Now we're going to be hinging from our knees, not our hip bones. I don't want to see this, okay? We're hinging from those knees. You're going to have this feeling of space across the chest. Now trust a bit of gravity here as you slowly hinge back from those knees. Now shorten the space in the front of the tummy as you slide the ribs down towards your hips, lift back. Again, hinging back. Feel as though you're really shortening the space in the front of the tummy to lift back. It's a bit of a balancing, a trust game here. Hinging back. Exhale, come all the way forwards. As you come forwards, feel as though you're leading with your pubic bone. 2 more, going back. Exhale, lift, and 1 more, going back. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Gorgeous. From here, dropping those hands back down and onto the floor, okay? Let's do a little bit of legs. So wrists again, ever so slightly in front of my shoulders, knees under hips. When you're ready, step your right leg or hike that right leg forwards, that your right foot is in between both your hands. Come up and onto the fingertips and curl your left toes underneath you. Now lift up that back leg. Option to do this exercise with the knee down if you need to, okay? From here, find your left hand is going to drop to the floor as you send your right arm up towards the ceiling. Look up with your eye line. Drop the right arm down. Now it's not going to feel half as natural on this side as you send the left arm up. Drop the left arm down, send the right arm up. And drop the right arm down, send the left arm up. Dropping both those hands down now, find some point in the wall in front of you to help with your balance as you lift all the way up. My right knee is stacked directly over my ankle, hopefully. And when you are ready, interlace those fingers, bring the hands behind your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the head back against the arms, drop the shoulders away from those ears. We're going to look over towards the right-hand side. Exhale, pull it back. Again, look over to the right. Exhale, back, 2 more, over to the right. Exhale, back, and 1 more to the right. Exhale, back now, hold. From here, can you lengthen your front leg? But guys, be so mindful you don't lock that knee at the top. Then bend into that leg. Lengthen that leg. Lifting the eye line up, bending that leg. Again, 2 more, lengthen. And bend. 1 more, lengthen. And bend. Now from here, bend into that leg and hold. When you're ready, send both those arms up towards the ceiling. Drop your left hand down in line with your left leg as your right arm's up towards the ceiling. Now a little bit of balance here. Okay, big dramatic soldier walk. As you transfer the weight into that right leg, lift up the left leg, left arm. Gonna get the wobbles. And go all the way back, sending that back leg back, arm up towards the ceiling. Again, lifting up, lengthen that leg up. All the way back. Now, if you're just not there today, you can just step that left leg forwards. Lifting up. All the way back. And 1 more, lifting up. All the way back, sending that leg back, my right knee again stacked directly over my ankle. Both my arms come up towards the ceiling. Now from here, hinge forward from both those hips. Sink a little lower into that right leg. Now you're keeping the bend in your right leg as you step that back leg in, arms in. Step back, in, and out. Sink low into that right hand side. In, and out. For 5. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1 more. Step that back leg in now, hold. I'm on my tippy toes. Bring the weight more into that right leg. Tiny pulses here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that back leg back. Big step back. Send those arms up towards the ceiling. Sink lower into that lunge. Now, can you just bend your back knee down a little more? More. Hold. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your back leg. Slowly start to come all the way forwards. Send those hands out in front of you. Now step your right leg back. Slowly drop your bum down. Lift your chest up. Now you can stay here, perhaps feeling up to it. Lengthen your right toes away. We're going to lift the leg up. Drop it down. Lift. And lower. 2 more. Lift. And lower. 1 more. Lift. Lower. Drop the toes down. Drop the knees down. And go all the way back. Sending your bum back towards your heels. Give yourselves a moment. Blessed with another leg. Let's do it all over again. Hopefully I remember everything I did. Let's do it again. Okay. So wrists ever so slightly in front of shoulders, knees stacked directly under those hips again. From here, step that left leg forwards again. You might have to hike it forwards. Coming up and onto your fingertips, curl your right toes underneath you. Then when you're ready, lift up that back leg. Beautiful. Drop your right hand down to the floor. Send the left arm up towards the ceiling as you look up with your eye line. Drop the left hand down, send the right arm up towards the ceiling. Won't feel as natural. Drop the right arm down, lift the left arm up. One final time, drop the left arm down, right up. Drop it down. You're up and on your fingertips. Now find some point in the wall in front of you. If your balance isn't as good, perhaps on this side, go wider with your front foot. So my leg at this side just not half as good. So I go a little wider. Lift all the way up here. So holding up here, interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind your head. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. The collarbones are nice and wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the head back against the arms, drop the shoulders away from those ears. Now we're going to look to the left hand side. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, pull it all the way back. Inhale to the left. Exhale, pull it all the way back. 2 more. Inhale to the left. Exhale all the way back. 1 more. Inhale to the left. Exhale all the way back. Now hold it. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. You're going to lengthen through that front leg. Guys, again, so mindful you don't lock that knee. Bend the leg. Sinking a little lower into that lunge as you bend the knee, and you'll get a stretch, hopefully, across that right hip flexor. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen and bend. Going for 3. Lengthen and bend. 2 more. Lengthen and bend. 1 more. Lengthen and bend. Now hold. Lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders away from those ears. Drop your right arm down in line with the right leg. Okay, big dramatic soldier walk. So here you'll notice those differences on the legs. Okay, here we go. Lift up, lifting that right leg up as the hand comes up. Slowly going all the way back, stepping back with that back leg, arm up towards the ceiling. Again, going forwards, lifting that right leg up towards the chest. Going all the way back, stepping back with that back leg. 2 more here. Lifting up. All the way back, stepping back with that back leg. 1 more. Lifting up. All the way back, stepping back with that back leg. Now hold. Send both your arms straight up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, hinge forwards. Sink low into that left-hand side. Broaden those collarbones more. You're going to step that back leg in, arms in. Step back, in, and out, in, and out. Going for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1 more. Step that back leg in, sink lower. I'm on my tippy toes on that right-hand side, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, dramatic step back. Send those arms up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders away from those ears. Your collarbones are wide. Can you bend into that back knee? Drop it down. Drop it down, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your back leg. Slowly start to transfer the weight down into the front leg as you drop the hands to the floor. Step both those legs back. Drop your bum lower, lift your chest higher. Pull the mat apart. You can stay here, feeling up to it. Lengthen your left toes away. We're going to lift the leg up. Drop it down. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift. Lower, drop the knees down and send your bum all the way back. Gorgeous. Take a breath, take a well-deserved breath. And exhale. Coming all the way forwards, then when you're ready, we're going to swing around, swing those legs around to the front of the mat. Your feet are going to be hip width apart here, so just a tennis ball again between those feet. Arms underneath those thighs, lift up nice and tall. Create this feeling of space across the chest, collarbones wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, just slowly start to curl that pubic bone towards your nose as you shorten the space in the front of the tummy. And then lift all the way up, sit up nice and tall. Dropping down, curling that pubic bone towards your nose, curl. Exhale, lifting up, sitting up nice and tall. 2 more, dropping down. And lift. And 1 more, dropping down. And lift. Letting go of both those hands, your palms are facing towards each other. Feeling a space across the chest, your collarbones are wide. Slowly dropping down again, curling that pubic bone towards your nose. Now this time, as you exhale, lift, lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Dropping down, shortening the space in the front of the tummy. Exhale, lifting up and lengthen. Again, dropping down. Exhale, lifting up and lengthen. And 1 more, drop down to a place where you can hold. Can you create more space across the chest? Can you curl the pubic bone towards your nose a little bit more? From here, bring your right arm out to the side and follow with your eye line. Exhale, now pull it back to center. Left arm out to the side, follow with your eye line. Exhale, pull it back. Right arm out to the side, follow. Exhale, pull it back. Left arm out. Exhale, pull it back now. Hold, broaden those collarbones more. Open up both your arms out left and right. Exhale, close. Open them up. Exhale, close. Again, open. Exhale, close. Now hold, sink a little lower. From here, lift those arms up in line with the ears. Drop them down. Lift them up. Drop them down. 2 more, lift. And lower. 1 more, lift. Lower, hold. We're combining those last 2 exercises. You're nearly there. Open those arms up. Bring them in. Lift them up. Drop them down. 2 more. Open up. Draw them in. Lift them up. Drop them down. 1 more. Open up. Draw them in. Lift them up. Drop them down. Now as slow as you possibly can. Slowly drop all the way down to the floor. Control. 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 Oh my God, there we go. Well done. Okay, lying down onto the floor when you're ready. Feet are going to be hip width apart again. So just a tennis ball between those feet. I have a bend into my knees. My arms are down by my sides. My shoulders are nice and heavy. Take an inhale. Exhale, just slowly. Can you curl that pubic bone back towards your nose as you're shortening the space in the front of the tummy. Ribs slide down towards the hips. And then just roll your pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Rolling your pelvis back, shortening the space in the front of the tummy. Ribs slide down towards the hips. And then rolling the pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to roll that pelvis back. Can you push the backs of the arms down into the floor as you start to lift up your bum? Lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up and off from the floor. Now pause at the top for a moment. Imagine I placed a golf ball between your knees. Draw those knees closer. Inhale at the top. Exhale, now curl that pubic bone back towards your nose as you slowly drop all the way back down. Inhale. Exhale, curling, lifting all the way up, pushing up through the backs of the arms. Pause at the top. This time, feel as though you're pulling your heels closer towards those sit bones. Inhale. Exhale, slowly dropping all the way back down, bone by bone. And 1 more time here. Inhale. Exhale, lifting all the way up, pushing up through the backs of the arms. Hold. From here, feel as though you're going to squeeze a ball with those inner thighs. And release. Squeeze to bring those knees closer. Release. 2 more. Lift up a little higher. Squeeze. Release. 1 more. Squeeze. Release. And then slowly coming all the way back down. Interlace your fingers now and bring your hands behind your head. Going high enough in your skull. Okay, so we're going to get the abdominals to work rather than our arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up in inflection and you're looking through both of those legs. Slowly then relax all the way back down. Exhale, lifting up. Slowly relaxing all the way down. As you lift up, feel as though you're curling your pubic bone towards your nose. Back down. Lifting up, feel as though you're lengthening your elbows up towards the ceiling, but you're dropping your shoulders away from those ears. Back down, and 1 more time. Exhale, lifting up now, holding up here. Take the hands out from behind the head, find the backs of your thighs, and lift up a vertebrae higher, but drop those shoulders away from the ears, so my collarbones are wide. Now letting go with those hands, bring them all the way around, find the back of the head, lift the chin slightly up. Lengthen your arms behind you, bring them around, find the backs of your thighs, lift up higher. Drop the shoulders away from those ears, bring the arms all the way around, find the back of the head, now hold. Can you lift your chin up a little bit more? Okay, we're going to look over towards the right hand side, but can you lift your right shoulder blade off the floor? Lift it up. Now come into center, don't lose height, Look over towards the left hand side, lift your left shoulder blade up. So instead of thinking you're twisting, you're lifting the shoulder blade up. Come back to center, 2 more, lift it up. Through center, 1 more, lift it up. To center, and relax all the way back down. Amazing. Send your arms up towards the ceiling, drop the shoulders away from the ears so my collarbones are wide. Have you noticed has that rib cage started to flare? Allow the ribs to slide down towards the hip bones slightly. Lift the right leg into tabletop, so 90 degrees in the hip and knee. Now lift your left heel, just the heel, off the floor. Okay, when you're ready, on your exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips. You're going to swap those legs in the air. Exhale, swap. Now you're keeping the angle behind your knee the exact same throughout. You're just sending the front of your thigh bone forwards. Have you noticed, are you arching into your back? Drop the rib cage down. Exhale, swap. Going for 3, for 2, 1 more. Lift the right leg up and into tabletop position. Now hold, drop the rib cage into the floor. Bring the left leg up also. Connect your knees, connect your feet. If you can see your toes, drop them down just a little bit lower. Okay, so take this one slowly. You're going to inhale as you slowly hinge from both those hips, drop your legs down. Exhale, lift them up. Now, if this is getting into your back, I don't want you to go half as low with those legs. This is such a hard exercise if you're doing it correctly. You'll hear the shivers and the shakes in my voice. Slowly drop down. Exhale, lift. Making sure you're not arching into your back. If you're starting to really arch, I don't want you to go half as far down. 2 more. And lift. 1 more. And lift, place both your hands on top of your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck and shoulders. You're up in inflection. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. Collarbones wide. Place both your hands onto your right leg. Lengthen your left leg away. Now my right knee's over my hip bone. When you're ready, swap the legs. And swap. And swap. Again. Going for 4. For 3. For 2, 1 more. Hold onto your right leg now. Hold onto your left leg also. Connect the knees, connect your feet. We're going to do our double leg stretch. Inhale, lengthen the arms and legs away. Exhale, bring them around, find the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, around. 2 more. Keep the head lifted. And around. 1 more. And then come all the way back. Well done. Drop your hands back down onto the floor. Shoulders nice and heavy. Your collarbones are wide. Feet return back to hip width apart. Perfect time for a pelvic curl. Take an inhale. Exhale. Curl that pubic bone back towards your nose. Lift up your bum, lower back, middle back, upper back. Push through the backs of the arms. Now lift your right leg up and into tabletop position. Hinge from the hip. Drop the right toes to the floor. Lift it up. Hinge from the hip and lift. Hinge and lift. Again, hinge. Lift. Can you lift that pelvis higher to remind myself? Going for 2 more. And 1. And then dropping that leg down onto the floor. Lift the pelvis higher. Draw those knees closer. Bring the left leg into tabletop. Hinge and lift. Again. Lifting up. Going for 3. For 2. 1 more. And then dropping that leg down and slowly coming all the way back down. Lengthen your legs forward so you have 2 gorgeous long legs. Send your arms behind you. So we're going to do 2 roll-up preps here. So prepping. What you're going to do, you inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades as you're looking down towards those legs. Exhale, relaxing all the way down. Let's do that again, another prep. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades looking down towards those legs. Exhale, relaxing down. Now this time, we're going to do our full roll-up. Guys, if you're just not there today, grab onto the backs of your thighs when you come to that exhale point to help you up. Okay, let's do it. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades, and then grab the thighs if you need to. Exhale, lifting all the way up, reaching forwards towards those toes. Slowly, then slowly, space across the chest, controlling down, control, 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 and sending those arms back behind you. Let's go again. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up. Your breath pattern is vital there. Slowly, then controlling down, slowly, 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 all the way down. Send those arms back behind you. One more time here. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up, reaching those fingertips towards the toes, and then sitting up really nice and tall. Pull up those leggings if they went flying on you. And then from here, bring the feet out to the width of the mat. Flex your feet towards your face. If you're struggling to sit up tall, you're kind of in this position, lift your knees slightly up that you can really sit onto those sit bones. From here, palms facing towards each other, feeling a space across the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly dropping down. You're going to reach forwards with those hands. Now lifting all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Again, dropping down, reaching forwards with those hands. Lifting up, sitting up tall. 2 more, dropping down, reaching forwards. 1 more, lifting up, collarbones wide. Dropping down, reaching forwards. Lifting all the way back up. Restacking head on top of spine. Bring those legs together. Lengthen through those toes. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Dropping all the way back down. Relaxing down there. When you're ready, hold onto the back of your right thigh. Okay, hold onto it. When you're ready, exhale. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up in inflection. Now drop the shoulders away from those ears. You're going to lengthen your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Can you walk up that leg slightly? Now make sure those shoulders aren't up towards the ears. Drop them down. Okay, we're going to pull that leg towards you for 1, 2, and swap. Now drop that other leg to the floor. And swap. And swap. And swap again. And swap. 2 more. And swap. 1 more. Now hold onto that right leg. Holding there slowly. Bring those arms back around behind the head. This one's not going to look half as graceful, and don't worry. Twist your left elbow over towards your right knee. Pull that leg towards you. 1, 2, and swap. Drop the other leg to the floor. And swap. And swap. 3 more. And swap. 2 more. And swap. 1 more. Now slowly come into center. Bend into both your knees. Bring the hands behind the thighs and lift up a little higher. Drop the shoulders away from those ears. Bring the arms all the way around. Find the back of the head. We're going to look over towards the right hand side. Lift your right shoulder blade off the floor. Come into center. Lengthen your legs. Bend your legs. Now option to bend the knees as you go forwards. Over to the left hand side. Center. Lengthen your legs. If it's getting into your back, lengthen those legs up towards the ceiling. Over to the right. Center. Lengthen. Bend 1 more to the left. Center. Lengthen. Bend. And relax all the way down. Well done, you made it. Send both your arms out, left and right. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Allow both your knees to fall over towards the right hand side as you bring your eye line to the left. Exhale, then come through center. Bring both your knees over to the left as your eye line goes to the right. Exhale all the way back. Twist over onto the right hand side and lift yourselves up. Okay, so a couple of options here. We're going to do a little bit of a side series. So you can go down onto your forearm if you've wrist issues going on. I'm going to do mine today up and on the palm of my hand. Also, my left foot is in front of my right. You can also come up and onto your right knee like so. Okay, I'm going to lengthen my legs forward. So if you're feeling up to it, lengthen those legs forward. So see how we're feeling. Make sure you're not just sinking into it with that rib cage. Lift the rib cage up and away from the floor. Draw the right shoulder ever so slightly back. Now take an inhale here. Prepare mentally and physically. And then exhale, lift all the way up and into your side plank. Beautiful. Okay, whether you're on your knees or in a full plank, we're going to send that left arm up and overhead as you send the hip bone up towards the ceiling. Come all the way back to center. Lifting up and over. All the way back to center. If you're in a full plank, maybe challenge yourself a little more. Drop down to hover. Exhale, lift all the way up. 2 more, slowly drop down to hover. Exhale, lift all the way up. And 1 more, slowly down to hover. Exhale, lift up. come back to neutral, push that pubic bone forwards, slowly bend into your right leg as you drop all the way down. Amazing. Okay, perfect time for a stretch here. So my right foot is going to be touching my left knee. Allow your pelvis to sink down nice and low at that left-hand side so you're not hiking forwards. From here, send both your arms out left and right. Your collarbones are wide. Now drop the left hand to the floor as you send your right arm up and overhead, and there is that gorgeous stretch that we need. Come all the way through center. Feel as though both your shoulder blades are gliding along a wall as you send your left arm up and overhead. Sink that left sit bone down. Exhale, come all the way back through center. Drop the left arm down as the right arm is up and overhead. Now from here, when you're ready, on your exhale, twist and reach your right hand over to the corner of the mat. Come all the way back. Twist and reach the corner of the mat. All the way back. And just one more twist and reach. And all the way back. Just to counteract that stretch, drop the right hand to the floor, send the left arm up and over. Okay, let's do it all over again. 2 sides. So again, you can come down onto your forearm if you're feeling up to it, or you can bend those knees. Okay, so my right foot is in front of my left here, my left palm facing away from me. I'm going to lift my rib cage up and away from the floor. I'm drawing my left shoulder ever so slightly back. Take an inhale. Again, prepare. Exhale, lift up into that side plank. Push the pubic bone slightly forwards. From here, send that right arm up and overhead. Come all the way back to center. Again, up and over. All the way back. One more, up and over. All the way back. Now perhaps we can challenge ourselves a little more. Drop down to hover. Exhale, lifting all the way up and over. Again, dropping down to a hover. Exhale, lifting all the way up. And one more, dropping down, lifting all the way up. Come back to center. Push that pubic bone a little further forwards. Slowly bend into your left knee and drop all the way down. Well done. Okay, this time my left foot is touching my right knee. I'm allowing my right sit bone to drop down towards the floor. My collarbones are nice and wide. Send both your arms out left and right. We're all going to go to the right hand side first. So slowly drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up and overhead, and there it is, gorgeous. Lift all the way back up and over. Drop the left hand down. Feel as though you're reaching that right sit bone to the floor as you send the right arm up and over. All the way back up again. Drop the right hand down. Send the left arm up and over. Drop the left arm down. Send the right arm up and over. Now this time, drop the right arm down, left arm up and over and hold. And now twist and reach the corner of the mat. Twist back. Twist and reach the corner of the mat. Twist back. And one more. Twist and reach the corner of the mat. Twist back, hold. Drop the left hand to the floor. Send the right arm up and overhead to counteract that stretch. Stunning. Okay, twist all the way around now that you're back and onto your all fours position. Wrists ever so slightly in front of my shoulders, knees stacked directly under my hips. I'm going to puff that chest away from the floor. I'm going to feel as though I'm pulling the mat apart with both my hands. When you are ready, step the left leg back. Feel the strength, the power you have through that leg. Push that heel away. Step the right leg back. Now drop your bum lower, lift your chest higher. From here, send your bum up towards the ceiling, and perhaps we'll lift our right leg up towards the ceiling also. Now, option just to send your bum up towards the ceiling. Then when you're ready, can you look forwards and bring your right knee towards your right elbow? Lengthen back, lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling. One more, right knee towards right elbow. Lengthen back, and at this time, bring the right knee towards the right elbow. Bring the foot over to the hand and drop down. Uncurl those toes. Slide that back leg back and slowly drop all the way down to get into a stretch. So a really intense stretch. Focus the air towards that area that's probably giving you just a little bit of a pain here. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Then come back up onto those hands nice and slowly. Curl your left toes underneath you. Step the right leg back. Drop your pelvis lower. Lift your chest higher. Here we go. Send the left leg up towards the ceiling. All the way forwards. Bend that left knee towards the left elbow. And back. Left knee, left elbow. And back. And now from here, knee comes to the elbow. Come all the way forwards. And then drop the foot towards the hand. Slowly drop down. Again, you'll see one side might be a little bit sorer than the other. Slowly drop the hands down. Drop the chest down. Take a breath. With each exhale, perhaps just try and sink a little bit lower into that stretch. Then lift up with both your hands. Bring those legs back. Your feet, your knees are stacked directly under your hip bones again. Just send your bum back towards your heels. Give yourselves a stretch. Take a breath here. And exhale. Come back forwards. Curl the toes underneath. Lift your bum up. Send your heels towards the floor. Slowly start to walk those hands all the way back towards the feet. Relax the back of the neck, head feeling heavy. Take a big inhale. Now as you exhale, start to lift all the way up, restacking bone and bone, vertebra by vertebra. Lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Get this wonderful stretch. Bring them back behind you. Roll your shoulders back. And guys, we made it. Thank you for coming.